Just my thought today is this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And that's from Psalm 118, verse 24. And maybe today is a day that you find just ordinary. Maybe today is a day of kind of a little bit of a trial, a bit of a grind in a different way. Just trying to get through the chores we've been doing with some household stuff today. Really not particularly exhilarating. Kind of stuff that has to get done. Admin stuff that needs to get done, really. And I don't find myself very focused at home. Sometimes I find I get distracted. It's been a very hot day here in Bristol, so for us it's been sort of really unusually hot. I don't know, it was like 30 degrees or something at one point. I know up near Heathrow in London it was 35 degrees, which is really hot for Britain. So it's one of those days where you think, okay, I was feeling tired. I had a lie down at lunchtime because it was so hot. I really wasn't functioning very well. I hadn't slept too long last night, and then got up and just kind of pottered through things, trawled through emails, just plodded through, and so many of our days. There are some great days in our lives. There's those days which are exciting, amazing, great adventures, great stuff happens, very special occasions. At the moment, I know a lot of people perhaps are missing the special occasions, the social occasions, and we've just had a lockdown announcement in the UK about some of the places in the north of Britain where, a lot of people were expecting to have gathering with friends, at least in the garden and stuff like that. Especially Muslims who were going to celebrate Eid, and then suddenly found out last night that they had restrictions in some places like Bradford and Kirklees and Manchester and so on. So we haven't had those down in Bristol, but obviously everybody's in a very uncertain place a little bit, and some of the longer term things are a bit uncertain as to what's happening. Trying to manage perhaps occasions that we do look forward to. It's been a bit of a rocky ride, hasn't it? I know it's been a very stressful ride, and my sympathies are really with people who've been trying to plan things and have found it really difficult in planning. And I can't quite picture what it'd be like if I was going through some of those situations. I know for some people it's been really, really frustrating. So I just want to really, say that Psalm 118 really, wherever you are and whoever watches this and whatever your situation is, Psalm 118 verse 24 says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." So I just pray that today you will be able to rejoice and be glad in the ordinariness of this day, in the fact that it might not be so dramatic and spectacular, but it's worth celebrating anyway. I'm just going for a little walk in this green space not far from where we live, and it's lovely, and it's cooled down. Thankfully it's a bit more cloudy now, and I thought, I've just got to get out and have a bit of fresh air and get away from the computer screen. And I'm sure a lot of people who are having to work like that at the moment, they're desperate for a bit of greenery. We're really grateful, so I'm grateful for the green space here, because it's amazing. It's really special. Not everybody has that privilege near where they live. So that's something to rejoice about. I'm rejoicing too that my health is a bit stronger, and I had a few weeks that were quite difficult, and so I'm just really glad the chance to be able to be able to walk about and do some stuff a little bit, trying to get a little bit of exercise. So this is the day that the Lord has made. Maybe it's not been the easiest day for you, in whatever reason. It's perhaps there's things that have stressed you a little bit, things that have got a bit overwhelming, things that have been uncertain, things that have made you feel disappointed or quite low, for things that have kind of like made you feel like you've got a bit cut off from other people. you're trying to work out the best thing to do and you're not really sure, and you want to do the right thing, but you just don't want to end up feeling like you're getting pushed around all the time, and you're worried about all this stuff going on with COVID. It's affecting your daily life and your relationships and situations. So we just I think it's good just to pray and say, okay, Lord, we consecrate, we offer this day to you. That's a really good prayer. The things that are perhaps feeling abnormal as well, the things that have that if you wanted to feel like they were kind of back to some normality, and it hasn't been feeling like that. So we just want to pray that prayer from Psalm 118 verse 24. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And my prayer too is for, I've been trying to make contact with people through social media and share my little videos and things with people. And sometimes they get to people that I know, or friends, or people who encourage, give some feedback. Other times I think, they just got lost in the ether somewhere they're out there. They've really got lost on the internet in the big, humongous World Wide Web, and Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or anybody or YouTube that they're not interested in videos from yours truly, and so sometimes you sort of feel like that. You think like, is anyone out there? You feel like a bit of floating in space. And so whatever day your day's been like, this is the day that the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, had a new 3-word phrase that he had to use, and he was, I think, apparently overheard at the end of his little talk today. He said, "Have I used it enough?" I'm trying to remember what it was he was saying. It was, I think it was faces, spaces, and washing your hands. It was hands, faces, and spaces. So, yeah, wash your hands, and do the spacing and cover your face. So sometimes you've got these little phrases that you've got to use and try and remember, and sometimes those things are things that people are trying to keep those messages going with us. They're kind of trying to make sure that we keep those messages ringing in our ears. We've had quite a few of those in the last few months in the UK. Simple, short messages that are supposed to be really, really important to remember, and get ingrained in the mind of the population. And but that's important that we have perhaps little words from the Bible like that. So Psalm 118 verse 24 says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it." I will rejoice and be glad in it. I'll rejoice and be glad in the goodness of God. I'll rejoice and be glad in His favour towards me. This is the day, even this day, even this kind of like in-between day, even this kind of not quite sure where it's going day, even this kind of frustrating day, even this great day, even this fantastic day, even this like feels that it's all gone smoothly day, even this not sure where I'm heading next day, even this worries in the back of my head day, this day, this is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Even this day when I don't feel quite as fit as I think I should do after sitting at home at the computer too much. This day that is, I'd like to be on a beach or do something more exciting, but I'm not. This day is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. But this is the day that the Lord has made, where the blackberries are, at least some of them, ready for picking, and that's a blessing. There's some beautiful flowers and lovely green space. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118 verse 24. That's my message, my public message for today. So if all the other messages have failed, and you've got fed up all the ones that you're getting on COVID-19 from the government, just remember Psalm 118 verse 24, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.